Oh, look at that plane taking flight after a trip to Hawaii. Have you ever heard someone say they regretted it? No way. They rave about it and they can't wait to come back.
Hawaii is unique in terms of activities and getting around from island to island. That's where leisure travel specialists can make a real difference.
Someone like Kim Winberg right here. She returns from the vacation store in the cruise company this Travel Tuesday.
Hi,
Kim, good to see you.
Aloha. Good morning.
Aloha.
I like this,
Yes.
right? The color, it's getting us in the mood.
Yeah, we went on our honeymoon to Hawaii. I love Hawaii. What do you recommend in terms of Hawaii, the islands and the must-sees when you go to Hawaii?
Okay, well, Hawaii is really very diverse. It's one of the most diverse ecological areas anywhere. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for as far as, Oahu, of course, you got the surf, you got the sand, you've got a lot of things to see there, but maybe you want to go like to Kona or Molokai and do something more nature-wise, and that takes you back to what Hawaii used to be.
Yes, because that's what I had the opportunity to go about 1.5 years ago, and I was shocked at Waikiki and how busy. That's a hectic area. Some high-end shopping there, but then we went to Ko'olina, and that was the Hawaii that I wanted.
In Maui, you can be on the beach, and then 30 minutes later, be up in the mountain, and it'd be 35, 40 degrees.
It's amazing. Incredible. It really is amazing. And as you look at these pictures, of course, you know it's gorgeous. Do you recommend Hawaii for singles, couples, families? What do you see most?
Once again, each of the islands will give you, some are great for romance, some are great for keeping the kids busy. History, of course, we've got the memorial there, that very important piece of our history that everybody should go see at least once. Kauai, you can go to the canyons. It actually looks like the Grand Canyons.
What is this?
That's lava, Mary.
No, I understand.
That's lava.
That's on the Big Island. That is the volcano, which is erupting right now.
You know, when you talk about Hawaii, a lot of people think honeymoon couples, but when we were there was a resort next door that there were a lot of kids running around. So is it good for families as well?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, of course, any vacation where you can go as a family and experience things like a live volcano.
You don't forget it. You would never forget this.
Right.
All of these islands, is it tricky to island hop, or do people just go and stay on one island? What do you recommend as a specialist?
Well, one of the things that I like, if you're going to be going over there, is we can go through Apple Vacations and put together a 2 to 3 island package.
Great.
And that'll include your island hopping from one island to the other, your flights.
So you're not doing it once you get there, it's already built in.
No.
Smart.
Or you can also just do one island, and there are actually day trips that we can set up for you to go to one of the other islands.
Well, and you talk about the Apple Vacations, but the places to stay, the resorts. Can you talk about that? Because where do you find the best places to stay in Hawaii?
Well, of course, there's the resorts. There's also private villas. There are condos. It really, again, it's going to depend on where you're going. Certain things, there's like little plantations that are out in some of the areas too, on some of the islands.
That's a great picture right there.
Magnificent.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
It really is. Is it possible to cruise once you get there? Is that something offered?
There's a couple of different options for cruising, and cruising is really a great way where you can see more than one island. You only have to unpack once. So Norwegian Cruise Lines does 7-day cruises every week out of Oahu. Okay, so you can either do those, or there are some other of the cruise lines do 14 to 15 days from the West Coast. Places like San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, and Vancouver.
It takes you a couple days to get out to the islands.
So just fly to California, get on the boat, and get to paradise.
When are the best times to travel? I know a lot of people like to see the whales, and that comes at a certain time, but when do you find the best times to travel to Hawaii?
Well, your best bargains are usually in April and May, or September, October, but the dry season is all the way from April to October. The rainy season starts in November.
And maybe depending on what you want to see, because you said the volcanoes are active now. So
Right.
you think about and almost plan backward. What do I want to do? And then when's the best time to go?
And the thing that, that I really like about Hawaii, it's easy because you're in a state, you're in the United States still, so you don't have language barriers, you don't have passport issues to deal with. It's just easy.
And you become everybody's cousin.
You do.
Yes, they call you their cousin, everybody's family.
Culturally, such a rich place, and that was something else.
Lots of
That
history.
being able to go and see some of the performances and the food and the music, that was fabulous to experience.
Luau.
Yeah, we go to
Luau
Yeah.
is very important.
And
Kauai
they cook
has
the pig, yeah.
Kauai has a great luau. It's called the Smith family, and that is the place where they actually filmed the wedding scene in Blue Hawaii.
Listen,
nice.
Kim, you bring us deals, and I want to make
Yes.
sure we can get to some of these.
Yes,
because
definitely.
listen, a trip to Hawaii doesn't have to be out of reach, especially when we come to you. What are you bringing us this time?
Okay, first my favorite, the Kauai, which we were just talking about. I can do a 5-day right now for $1,000 per person, including air. Wow. And or else when we go back to the cruising, we have a really good deal on a 14-day cruise out of San Francisco for starting at $14.74
Man,
per
I
person.
would
With
love
that
to. I would
length
love
of
to take a
time.
2-week cruise. That would be
Holy
awesome.
smokes. And a
Yes.
great sale you saw a moment ago. A sale on vacations to Hawaii. Yes, at the vacation store in the cruise company near 107th and Q. We encourage you to call one of the numbers on the screen, log on, email. Just make it happen because it's unforgettable.
It is. Kim, good stuff out of you today.
Great. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Aloha.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Kim Winberg.
All right, we're just 2 days away from the big event.
That's right. Andy, you look glamorous today, my friend. We'll be talking about what makes this a great celebration of giving in our community.